dancers, I'm going to give you 3 exercises to improve your core strength with a watermelon. Things around the house. I am a big advocate that you don't have to have official equipment to make things work. You can absolutely find things around your house. And in my Dancer Strong program, most of the dancers aren't using kettlebells or dumbbells. They're using things they find around the house. And I'm going to prove that because this is my favorite food. I could eat the whole thing by myself. And I'm going to show you 3 exercises that I added this watermelon to that are going to help with my torso stiffness, the ability to create 360 support in my core work. So, first exercise. Being able to press something above your head is really going to assist with not only your port de bras shoulder girdle connection, but also the sides, the front, and the back of our abdominal area, the torso. So I want you to grab your watermelon. Yes, you can also use a cantaloupe if you'd like to, but you're going to grab your object around the house. We're going to bring it up to our chest, and right away I check in with my ribs. This could happen very easily where I flare the ribs to try to press it up. I want you to make yourself stacked like a can. If you haven't seen my spin drift can video, go ahead and check that one out. It's a good core one. You're going to press this object, my watermelon, straight above my head. I'm thinking of bringing my biceps to my ears, and I'm pressing the object right above. If it gets too far behind, I start to feel my back, and I really feel my arms now. It's not going to be easy. And if it's too far forward, this is going to be a lot more arm work, less core and torso work. So right above the head, if I turn this way, I'm bringing the shoulders down. I'm keeping my torso strong like I was going to get punched in the gut from all sides. Couldn't make me hurt because I'm ready for it because I've created that stiffness. So as the watermelon's above your head, create your stiffness, drop your shoulders, hold up as long as you can safely, and please make sure that whatever weighted object you use is a safe object that's not going to move around. I don't want you to push something up that can disconnect and fall on someone or fall on yourself. Make sure it's a solid object, make sure it's safe, and make sure it's a weight that's challenging but not too challenging that you could hurt yourself. So there's our first torso stiffness core exercise with my watermelon. Number 2 is going to be your plank. Now this is an exercise that's actually really challenging, and we normally do this with a sandbag or something that is a little bit heavier to drag on the floor. But I'm going to show you how I can just use my household objects to make this one work. So for this version of a plank, I'm going to put my hands on the outside of the watermelon so that the watermelon's right underneath me. I'm going to go into my plank position and make sure that I'm set well. And then keep taking one hand off. I'm going to pull the watermelon to one side, put the hand down, reach through, pull the watermelon to the other side, down. Now what you'll notice is that I'm trying to keep my plank completely flat. What I don't want is a big shift, and then a big shift, and then a big shift, don't roll away, and back. Now, what I'm noticing as I do this is because this is an unpredictable surface, it's not a perfect circle, I put it somewhere and then it continues to roll. I actually love this, and if you stay mentally and physically committed to keeping your integrity in the plank, this could be really challenging. This was actually really, really challenging. I'm going to do this exercise after this video. So make sure your plank is solid. There's a plank video here in the playlist in your core work if you want to check in with your plank. And then add an element that's more challenging, something around the house that creates unknown challenge while you keep your stability. Now the last exercise that I'm going to add with my watermelon to be able to create more core stiffness, stability, core work is actually a glute bridge. Notice that none of these were sit-ups, okay? We're looking again at our full body core awareness as we do this work. So I'm gonna take the watermelon on my belly, kind of right underneath the V of my ribs. Now, the point of the watermelon is not to add weight to my body, but to assist me to create feedback so I can stabilize my torso. Just like you did when you pressed the watermelon above your head, we want to create 360 stabilization like a can, a perfect can, on the sides. So if I put my hands on the watermelon, I slightly pull into my body and I create stiffness. So I'm not getting skinny like this with my ribs popping up. I'm actually creating stiffness. Then I'm gonna press up and lower down in one piece, and press up and lower down in one piece. Little hint is if you're doing a roll through, which is not a bad version, but if you're doing a roll through, it's gonna be really hard to keep this stiffness. I like to do a hip hinge version of a glute bridge. And if you check out my glute bridge video, you will see all the directions to do that. So I hope that me and little watermelon here have showed you that you can use things around your house as weighted objects. That our core stability is about 360 movement, and that it's imperative that we think of our body in one piece. We cannot just isolate into small muscle groups. Everything has to work together. When you add an implement like the watermelon or the weight, those things become clear really quickly because you will feel the weight, the heaviness, the effort, or even sometimes pain if you're not stabilizing the whole body in one piece and working together. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friend. You guys can do your watermelon workouts together. And if you subscribe to the channel, you're gonna get all the videos as they release. This is strictly a dancer channel here. I work exclusively with dancers, and that's my favorite. So subscribe, get the other videos, go grab your watermelon, and enjoy your core workouts.